Good evening, everyone. We will wait for 5 minutes, then we will start the lecture. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Second Standard GK Online Lecture. Today we are going to take a revision of lesson number second. Yes, Saraswati, do you have any doubt? Saraswati Das? Okay, now I'm sharing my screen with you all. Let's start with the lecture. Shravani, what you not understood from the lesson, just when I will finish the lesson or when I will finish the explanation, you can type your question and keep. Then I will explain you what whatever doubt is will be there. I will clear it with you. Is my screen visible to everyone? Today we are going to take revision of lesson number 2, Indian culture. In this lecture, we are going to see language, costume, and different spices of India. Before that, let's see. Let's take a quick revision. Varieties of religion and caste with its own features and attributes. So what and every caste having its different feature, every caste is having different costume and that we are going to take revision in this lecture. India believes that they are fortunate to have a rich tradition and culture. It is believed that Indian culture are formed from ancient times. India has been deeply attached to its root of old culture. So what is the India? India is rich in traditions and culture. Every caste, every religion have its own tradition. It have its own tradition, own culture. And this is not today's, it is from ancient time. When our grandmothers, mothers also, there were grand ancient parents were also there. What they used to do, they used to celebrate these traditions, they used to follow these traditions and culture. So it is said that the traditions and culture are the root of our India. India is a huge combination having 29 states and 7 union territories across all the four directions. India is the only one country where Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, Sikhism, Christianity, and many more other religions exist. Every religion in India has its own tradition and festival. For example, Holi, Eid, Gudi Padwa, Christmas, and many more. So, in India, there are 28 states and 7 union territories in all the four directions. What are the four directions? East, west, south, north. In all four directions. And India is only one country where you can find Muslims, you can find Hindus, you can find um Christian you can find. There's all the different types of people you can find it in India. And uh, every tradition and every religion has its own tradition and culture. So Eid, in Christian, what they celebrate Christmas, and many more religions are there, many more castes are there. There are different types of festivals are also there. India is rich in tradition, except by saying Namaste or Namaskar to greet anybody. Also, touch the feet of elder in one of the Indian culture in greeting. The food and eating habits of India changes from state to state in in India. However, India has its own special food style and eating style. So, so the Indian is rich tradition is what whenever someone comes in your house, what you do, you greet them by saying them namaste or you do namaskar to them or some elder family member comes like your grandfather or grandmother or any elder family members, uncle, auntie, whoever comes to your house during festival, what you do, you touch their feet and you take blessing from that. You greet them by touching their feet. And India has a lot Indian food and taste changes from states to state. When you go in Kolhapur side, you will get some different dish of that specific state. When you go in north side, you get a specific dish of that North Indian places. So whenever you move from place to place, there from state, whenever you change the state, the dishes, the language, the costume also get changed. Now let's see some languages and their costume of different states. So first we will take the Maharashtra. So the language of Maharashtra is the official language of the Maharashtra is Marathi, which is also the local language used for communication. Maharashtrian clothes for men. So let's see now what are the Maharashtrian clothes for men. The men in Maharashtra usually we wear dhoti. A dhoti is a single piece of cloth that is stuck around one of the waist around the waist and it is covered entire leg till ankle. So when you move in the Maharashtra, the local languages of Maharashtra is Marathi. Wherever you will go, you can hear Marathi. Although we use other language also, in Maharashtra you can hear Hindi language, you can hear English language. If South Indian peoples are living here, you can see this that their language also. If any other religion peoples are living in Maharashtra, you can hear that too. You can listen to that language also. But mostly we in Maharashtra, which language we use? We use Marathi language for communication. Whenever you go, the first language is preferred is Marathi in Maharashtra. When you go in your village or native place, what is the traditional dress over there in Maharashtra? Nowadays, we are not wearing dhoti. We wearing jeans, pant, and all. But the traditional dress which was used in first time, it is dhoti and kurta is there, which we use. And what any festival is there? What we use? We put feta. Feta is a headdress Marathi men wear. It is a topi or a head cover usually made of cotton. So another traditional dress whenever there is a one festival is there or any marriage ceremony is there. What we use? We use feta. What we wear? We wear feta, which cover full, which that feta which cover full head. It is also called a topi also. Now next, more of the people kurti and shirt. Maharashtrian men uh, usually wear a cotton top or kurti above the dhoti. These tops are thin and loose, generally in white in color. So they wear dhoti, and on that dhoti they wear kurta, which is loose in color, and usually you will find it is white in color. Now let's move dress for the ladies, women. Maharashtrian clothes for women. Women wear sari that are 9 yards long. The sari is similarly look to the dhoti. This type of sari is usually called lugda. The 9 yard sari is the traditional costume of women in the Maharashtra. So the traditional dress of the Maharashtra is for the woman is the sari, which is 9 yard long. We also called it Nawari sari, and it is also called a lugda. What we say, lugda. And normally, what we say, Nawari sari also. It is also called as Nawari sari. So whenever some festival is there, usually Maharashtrian prefers to wear this Nawari sari. Now the dishes which are famous in the Maharashtra, mostly people prefer to eat. That is vada pav. You can see vada pav is famous all over the Maharashtra, all over the Mumbai. Wherever you will go, you will find one or more than stall of the vada pav. Then is the puran poli. The puran poli which we make prepare on the festival. Whenever some festival is there, like Holi is there, and another special occasion, whichever special occasion is there, what we make, we make puran poli. Misal pav. Misal pav is also one of the famous dish in Maharashtra, and pav bhaji. So these are the famous dishes of the Maharashtra. The most famous dishes form are puran poli, vada pav, misal pav, and pav bhaji. Now let's move to our second state, that is Punjab. The language, the official language of this state is Punjabi, which is also the local language used for communication. The clothes for women is Patiala salwar, dress worn by the Punjabi women, untit and grace and style. So, which is the local language of the Punjab? It is Punjabi, and this is a local language. The Punjabi language, like how our Marathi, Maharashtra in Marathi language is a local language. Same there in Punjab. When you will go in the Punjab, the Punjabi language is the local language, and the dresses for the women are patiala salwar and kurti, which they use, which their women's wear. Now let's go to the men clothes. The kurta and pajama, the most popular traditional wear of the Punjabi men, including kurta, includes kurta and pajama. Turban. Sikh men don wear a headwear based of the cloth winded known the pagdi or pug. So, what is the dress of the Punjabi men? That is kurta and pajama, and the Sikh people of the Sikh people of the that state wear the pagdi or they wear pug. That like it is like a turban only. How peta is there? Same way that they wear the one caste is their Sikh. They use pagdi. Themat. Theban is the Punjabi style lungi which fold at the front. It is typically worn by men Bhangra dancer with a kurta. This is one of the dance costume of the Punjabi. So whenever there is a their dance is there. So the dance costume of the Punjabi is Seban Themat. It is what it is. It is a lungi which is folded in front, and the and kurta is wear on the top. This dress is mostly preferred by men to do the bhangra. The famous dishes are the most famous dish are aloo paratha, makke di roti, and lassi. So whenever you will go in the Punjab side, the most popular dish which you will find that is aloo ka paratha. Lot of parathas are there, but mostly famous is there aloo ka paratha, makki di roti, and lassi. This thing you will find when you will move to the towards the Punjab. Now next caste and religion is West state is the West Bengal. The language, the Bengali, the main language of the state is spoken by much of the population. Now the dresses for women is garat means the white in the traditional Bengali sari with a bright red border and strip in the pallu offside against the undyed with the white silk. So the language, when you move to the West Bengal, what is the language of the people? It is Bengali language, and the traditional dress for the woman is the sari, which is full white and having red border on the red border around the pallu and the border of the sari. And the dresses for the men is uh, pajama, Punjabi, and dhoti. So what is they wear? The traditional artik of for a man is Bengal is Punjabi, which is equipment of the North kurta, equivalent of the North Indian kurta paired with the dhoti, a plain loni cloth in cotton or silk. So what they wear? What is the traditional dress of the West Bengal people is same as dhoti. How the Punjabi dhoti is there, same way the dhoti is there, and they wear kurta on it. And the famous dish of the West Bengal is when you go, it is West Bengal is famously known as a land of machi, that is fish, and bhat, that is rice. Rice and fish are the staple food of the West Bengal. So whenever you will move to the West Bengal, the staple food means the common food which they use, they mostly is fish and rice. It is also the West Bengal is also called the land of machi. Now next is Rajasthan. State Rajasthan. Language. Rajasthan includes Marwari, Malvi, Methavi, Jaipuri, Dhunari, of which is the most famous is Marwari. So there are different language in the Rajasthan, that is Marwari is there, Malavi, Methavi, Jaipuri, many more language are there, but most famous language which they use, which is the common language which they use is Marwari. The costume for men in Rajasthan is dhoti is the main Rajasthan traditional dress to the men in Rajasthan. They called as Bandiya, uncle, and potia. So what they wear the dhoti, and the this potia is there, which it just look like the frock type. It is there. So the dress for the women in Rajasthan is women of Rajasthan wear mainly ghagra, choli, and odani dress. This costume are in the bright color, especially ghagra dress are the main designs. So mostly when you move to the Rajasthan, what the women wear, it is ghagra and choli, or the dresses with the odni. And the famous dish of Rajasthan is dal bati churma. This is a state classic signature dish. So whenever you move to the Rajasthan, so their famous dish, wherever you can go, the famous dish you will find, that is dal bati churma. Now let's move to our fifth state, that is Jammu and Kashmir. The language, Kashmiri, Dogri, and Urdu are the main language of the Jammu and Kashmir. Uh, the dress for the men is Pathani suit. In Jammu and Kashmir, the Pathani suit is often referred to as a Khan dress. It is worn by men. So, what is the language of the Kashmir? The language of Jammu and Kashmir is Kashmiri, Dogri, and Urdu. These are the three main languages which are used in Jammu and Kashmir. And the dresses over there for the men is, that is Pathani suit. See, you can see the dress in this picture. So this dress is called the Pathani suit. The dress for the woman is the Peran is the permit arit for the Kashmir woman. The Peran worn by the woman usually has zari embroidery on the hemline around the pocket, and mostly uh, on the collar area. So this photo you can see, this is called as Peran, and usually their dress are full of embroidery or zari work on it, and they are having pocket where there is a they make the embroidery on that pocket. And the dishes of the Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir is rajma, dam aloo, Kashmiri pulao, and patisa are the prominent dish. So what are the prominent dish over there? What are the main dish is there? That is the rajma. You can say rajma chawal also is there, the famous dish over there. Dum aloo and Kashmiri pulao. So these are the famous dishes in the Jammu and Kashmir. Now we'll move to the sixth state, that is the Kerala. Now let's see the language. Malayali is the most widely spoken language and is also the official language of the state. Dress of the men is mundi or lungi. The lower garment, mundi, is the white cotton wrapped around the waist. So the language of the Kerala state is Malayali. Their official language means the local language we can say that is the Malayali. And the dress which men wear is mudu or lungi. The lungi, which is the cloth which is wrapped around the waist, it is called the lungi. And traditional dress for the Kerala is mudam, netratam. The traditional cloth for the woman is mudam, netratam. Mudam is the lower cloth, and the neritam is the blouse. The cloth is in white color and the border are dyed with the various color. So what is the traditional dress over there? There is a mudatam netrium, which is mudatam means it is a cloth wrapped around the waist, like wrapped around our waist like dhoti, and netrium means the blouse which they wear, and whatever the mudrium have the, it is white in color and have the border with the various color. See, it is shown in the picture. The dishes is idiyappam with curry, putti, and kadal curry, appam with istu. So these are the famous dish of the uh, Kerala side. Now let's move to our Indian traditional spices. Till here, everyone cleared the language, their dresses, and their dishes, language, costume, and dishes. Everyone topic is clear to you. Okay, then we will move to our next topic, that is Indian spices. So Indian spices, in India, spices are the soul of the food. When we think of spices, we think of taste and healthy food. Many of the spices is in our food are added to balance the nutrition and keep us healthy. So what is the spices? Spices are the soul of the Indian food. When we are putting the spices, or you can say masalas, when we put it in our food, the food get healthy and tasty. Many of the spices are helpful for our health, which we add to the food, and the food get healthy. So they add flavors and nutrition to the dishes without fat or calories. Spices like cumin, mustard, pepper, clove, fennel, cinnamon, and turmeric are very important in Indian food. India is rightly called the land of spices. No country in the world produce many variety of spices as in India. So what is the what when we add the spices to the food, what happen? It get flavor, it get nutrition, and by adding that spices in the food, we don't add the fat or calories to the food. So the food remains healthy. And India is called the land of the spices because in India only we will get lot of varieties of the spices. So have you noticed the uses of spices in Indian food? But before that, let's see what is meant by the spices. A spices is a seed, fruit, root, bark, or other part of a plant sustained primarily used for flavoring or coloring food. Spices are sometimes used in medicine, ritual, uh, religion, ritual, cosmetic, or perfume products. So, what are the spices? Spices are sometimes which spices are seed, fruit of a plant, root of a plant, bark of a plant. Bark means stem of a plant. So, these are the spices. So the sometimes we use the spice as a medicine, or we use in religion ritual, or we use as a cosmetic product. See, this many of these spices are there which we use in our daily life or in our life. So the first main spices is there. This is turmeric, which is common. So this is the one of the most common spices of India. It comes with color and flavor that can be used to make a wide range of meal look and taste better. So what this is called the turmeric. Turmeric also called as haldi, which you can find in your kitchen also and which your mother use in daily food. Whenever she is preparing food, she add the turmeric to the vegetable or whatever she is preparing. Turmeric contain bioactive component with medical property. It is a natural anti-inflammatory compound. Turmeric can increase the antioxidant capacity of the body. It boosts brain drivers, neutrophilic factor. Turmeric may lower the risk of the heart disease. So, what is the higher turmeric? Turmeric is having medical property, means it is having a medicinal use. What when you add in the when we add turmeric, it also gives us immune booster. Whenever you fall ill, or whenever cough is there, or any you something you're getting hurt or anything, what your mother do? She boiled the milk, she put the haldi or turmeric in it, and she give you. So by drinking that haldi milk, you will get well soon. So it what happened when you drink that milk or whenever you intake the haldi turmeric, your immunity power get boost up. Now next is bay leaf. So bay leaf is a leaf that is used to cook mostly for its aromatic purpose. Bay leaf can be used fresh or dry for their distinct taste and flavor. So bay leaf is also called as tej patta. It is used. It is mostly used to give the aroma. Aroma means smell. It is when we add when nice smell is there. So that's why we use the bay leaf. So Siddhi in gulab jamun we don't add bay leaf. It is a spice which we use in the food. Bay leaf are rich source of the vitamin A, vitamin C, iron, phosphate, calcium, and magnesium. Also, regular in inclusion of the bay leaf in the meal promote the health, general health. They have a prominent to use in the treatment of migraine. Bay leaf contain enzyme that helps to break down the protein and digest the food fast and help in the calm in digestion. So what is the bay leaf? When you add bay leaf, what do we get? We get vitamin A, vitamin C, iron and phosphate, calcium, magnesium. These all are present in that bay leaf. And when we intake it, gives a get it, sorry, our health get the this all vitamins and calcium to us by intake of the um, bay leaf. The treatment of migraine also get decreased. The risk, whatever the risk of the migraine is there, someone is facing migraine problem, their migraine also get reduced. Now next is sesame. Sesame is also called till. Sesame is a crop that is grown mainly for the oil in its seeds, which is why it consists as oil seed. So from sesame, what we get? We get oil. So that's why we also called it seed, oil seed. Now let's see the benefit. The benefit of sesame seed is a good source of fiber. It lower the cholesterol, nutrition source of a plant, help lower blood pressure, and it is a good source of vitamin B. And we also make til ke laddu whenever the festival is there. Now next one is cinnamon. These spices are the inner bark of the several South Africa tree. It is used to add aroma in the food. It is also called the dalchini. Cinnamon is also called the dalchini. So it is a bark of a tree, and when we add this, it gives aroma to food. Now let's see the benefit. It is an antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal property. It contains antioxidation and with anti-inflammatory effect. It pre, prebiotic property may improve gut health, reduce the blood pressure, lower the blood sugar or risk of diabetes, and relieves the digestion discomfort. So what is the benefit? So it is an antiviral or antibacterial. It is having the property. It is an antioxidation. When you intake when you add in your food, it also it reduce the blood pressure, reduce the risk of blood pressure, low sugar, and it reduce all the blood pressure, sugar risk. Now next one is saffron. This is an orange color spice used for adding flavor and coloring to food. It extensively grow in the Kashmir. So what is the saffron? It is orange color spice. It gives the color, and mostly it gives the it is even mostly it grow in Kashmir. In cold climate, the saffron grows. So what is the benefit? A powerful antioxidant. It improves the mood and treat depressed symptoms. It have cancer fighting property, reduce the appetite and aid weight loss. Easy to add in your diet. So what is whenever someone is going from depression or mood swing is there, it reduce that it improve that mood swing and depression symptoms. People get well, and the cancer fighting property also is there. Okay, so our lesson is over ended here. So those who are having doubt can quickly tell me. Anyone is having doubt? Okay. So, in the starting of the lecture, someone was having doubt. Please clear it fast. What is your doubt? Shravani was there. Shravani, did you understood? Okay, no doubt is there. Okay, so tomorrow we will take the revision of the remaining chapter. So our lecture is ended here. Thank you. Yes, Saraswati, any doubt? You're doing only teacher. Any doubt is there? Saraswati Das? Yes, tell me then, what is the doubt? Saraswati, you're typing only yes, but what is your doubt? Just clear it fast. Okay. No, you're not typing. What is your doubt? Just you're telling teacher, bus. Okay, then fine. No one is having doubt. So thank you everyone and bye.